Welcome back to my channel. My name's Kaitlin if you're new here. Today I wanted to do a little decoding of an article. I did see videos like this that Bronwyn has done in the past, like many years ago, and I thought they were cool little videos to decode. So I found some articles of my own on Pinterest, and I will be linking them down below so you can see the articles for yourself. But as someone who just got out of the Disney College program and has been a cast member, I thought it would be cool to kind of give my thoughts and opinions on what other people have written about what it's like being there, because everyone's experience is different. So before we get started, I wanted to shout out my little Etsy shop that I have just recently reopened since being back in North Carolina. I make little bracelets, beaded bracelets. This one I made says DCP 2022 on it. I recently added some 2023s to the shop, and I also have this smiley face bracelet that I just created. I think I'm going to add it to the shop very soon, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, back to the video. So I thought it would be a fun idea to kind of go through these articles together. I'm going to have a little series on my channel, I guess, about these things, just to give my own opinions and thoughts on what it is like being in the Disney College program, being a cast member, and things surrounding that. I'm also wearing my cute Disney College program sweatshirt. I got it from Happily Ever Threads. I'll be sure to link that down in the description as well if you want to get one for yourself. So let's get into 50 things you absolutely need to know before your Disney College program. Number 1 says talk to your college advisor. So this honestly doesn't apply to me personally because I did it after I graduated, but it is very important to talk to your school if you're doing it during college, because you don't want to get anything messed up if you're planning on graduating on time and going back to school after. Talk to your advisor and just make sure that everything is going to be good for when you go and when you come back. I suggest waiting until you graduate, just because you don't have to worry about school at all the whole time you're there. But, whatever works best in your timeline of life is when you're going to be doing the program. So the second one says don't put interest in roles you aren't interested in. That also does not apply right now because you don't get to preference your roles. But if that comes back, definitely do that, because if there's a role you absolutely do not want and you're allowed to put preferences for them, don't just put you would love to do any job if you wouldn't. You don't have to be best friends with the people that you live with. I was not best friends with the people that I lived with. I talked to 2 out of my 3 roommates. I went to breakfast with them a few times. I talked to my roommate almost every day, but I never hung out with her and was we're besties, let's go to the parks, let's do this. I never did that, but I didn't have any problem with my roommate at all. I just was not best friends with her, and that's okay. And the other 2 girls that lived in my apartment, the other one, I talked to her when I was in the room, but I never hung out with her. And then another one, I didn't talk to her at all the whole time I was there. We just didn't vibe. I had no issues with her. She had no issues with me. We just never talked, never hung out, and that's okay. You don't have to be best friends with the people that you live with, and that's completely fine. Number 4 says save up money before your program starts. This is something that I feel like some people that do the program don't realize. When you move in, you're there for a week before you get paid, because you don't get paid until you start traditions. So you're going to have to do all your expenses there for the first week you're there. And then your first paycheck is not a lot at all, because it's only traditions and your first day of training. So you're going to need some money saved up for at least the first 2 weeks until you start getting your regular paychecks. But also, you don't make that much money when you're on the program. I made enough money to survive every week. I bought lots of things, but I also don't have bills to pay. I'm very fortunate that my parents helped me out in that aspect of life, and I don't have to pay for my car. So if you have other expenses that you are worrying about and like have to take care of, be aware of that when you're on the program, and you're not really going to get paid the first 2 weeks you're there, just because you don't get paid until you've been there for a week. And then your first paycheck isn't going to be a lot at all. But after that, things start to pick up and you'll start making enough money to do your living there. Number 5 says, don't let the Facebook pages freak you out. Yeah, that is a good thing, because people ask every question under the sun, and the Facebook pages are good for certain things, but people do freak out on those Facebook pages just about finding roommates and being friends with people before you even get there. I did read lots of things on the Facebook page, but you just have to do your own experience, and it's what you make of it, and don't let what anyone else says or what they experience ruin your outlook on the program before you even get there. Because what I thought it was going to be based off of Facebook was not even what it was like for me. It was honestly better than I expected it was going to be from the Facebook posts and everything. So just take that into account when you're joining all these Facebook groups and trying to meet people. Number 6 says, bring a good mattress cover. I didn't bring one. The beds are like dorm beds at school. I thought mine was fine. But if you like a big cushy mattress and a bed, then I would suggest you bring one. That's just personal preference for anyone. Number 7 says, embrace your work location. This is so true. I did not like where I worked. I did work quick service food and beverage at the Backlot Express in Hollywood Studios. And it was not glamorous. It was not as fun as I thought it would be. But I did try and make the most of my experience there. And people were like, where do you work? Backlot Express. Like, it truly wasn't that terrible of an experience. Just don't continually put down your work location and think this is going to be the worst day ever every single day, because you're not going to have a good time. I woke up, I went to the Backlot Express, and I said, I'm going to have a great day today, because my friends were there. Somebody was going to come visit me. I got to do the things at work that I actually enjoyed. The people that you work with really make or break your location. And the people that I worked with were amazing, and they made working there 10 times more enjoyable. So yeah, just embrace where you work, because you're going to be there for 4 to 6 months, and you might as well like it. The next one is go to the parks by yourself. I am very introverted, and so I did this a lot. I wouldn't intentionally try and find people to hang out with. I did hang out with people. I had a best friend there. His name was Cliff, and we went to the parks together at least once a week. Sometimes near the end of the program, we went more than once a week. But at the very beginning of my program, if I wanted to go to the parks and it was my day off, I would just go. And I would go there by myself, and I would do what I wanted, whenever I wanted. You don't have to worry about anyone else not liking what you want to do. And just spending that time by yourself, just, thinking about how you can do this and be by yourself in Disney World whenever you want. It's just a really good thing. It didn't feel weird to me. I know it feels weird to people when they go to the parks by themselves. I got used to it. I loved it. So if you are afraid to go to the parks by yourself, just go. I promise you're going to have a good time. The next one says, make a bucket list before you go. I did do this. I made a DCP bucket list. I made a video about it. I'll try to link it up in the cards. I honestly haven't went back and looked at if I did everything on my list. But it's good to have like intentions for what you want to accomplish on your program. So I do highly suggest making that and trying to stick to it. But even if you don't do everything that you wanted to do, you still have those memories and intentions of things that you wanted to accomplish while you were on your program. The next one says, try all the snacks. Absolutely. I ate so many snacks when I was there because it was the 50th and then Halloween happened. Flower and garden, food and wine. I tried all the snacks that I could because I just love Disney snacks, and when they make them look like so cute. I'll try to put pictures of what I tried around here because I tried so many snacks, and I think it's just fun to experience like the snacks that they have for special occasions and anything like that. But who doesn't love a Disney snack? Am I right? So number 11 is you make friends from across the world. This is so true. The ICP came back when I was on my program, and at first I had friends from Texas, California, Minnesota, Nebraska, like all the states. I met people from everywhere. A couple of the people at my work location were from Venezuela. I made really good friends with this guy named Fernando. He was so funny and just kind and a real gentleman, honestly, who also loved to have fun and just be around people. He was like, originally he's from Venezuela, and I just thought that was so cool to have met someone from a different country because I've never left the United States. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. But the ICP came back around in the summer when I was there, and we had 3 or 4 girls from France come and join our location. And like they lived in France like now, and they came and worked. Their program was 3 months, and then they went back to France. So like I know people that live in France. Like that is just amazing to me. So you will meet people from all over the world if you work there. And it's just so cool to see the different cultures and everything. It's amazing. Number 12 is start a journal. I really wish I would have done this and wrote down what I experienced every day, because there was some funny things that happened. Like even if someone is rude to you, you can just write down what happened to you that day and have that forever. So I highly suggest doing that or making a vlog. Having every day that you were there documented I really wish I would have kept up better with that, because I had some hard but also very funny experiences that I would like to look back on. So yeah. Number 13 is enjoy every second, even the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is so true. When I first got there, the first month I was there, I didn't like it. I wanted to go home. I cried. I did not want to go to work. But looking back on that shaped me into being able to complete the program. And near the end of it, I had so much fun. I didn't want to leave. I made such good friends. I didn't even mind going to work every day. Like, just embrace the bad moments, because it's okay. And you're going to look back and you did that. You made it through some of the hardest times of your life. And now you can look back and tell people that you accomplished that. Number 14 is don't let rude guests dim your magic, which is so true. There are genuinely so many nice people that come to Disney World, but there's also those rude guests who honestly don't have anything against you. They just guest hold Disney to a high standard in service, cleanliness, like everything. They expect Disney to be the best. And when it's not, they get really upset and they like think that they can get free stuff for complaining. There was a number of guests that were rude to me, rude to my coworkers, and you just have to shake it off and not let it get to you, because they really don't have anything against you. When we were out of things, they would be like, I know it's not your fault, but like, why don't you have this? Or why, they would yell at you, but you just have to be nice to them. And just don't let it ruin your day if someone's rude to you, please. Number 15 is hang out with your work friends, roommates, and more. Yeah, I hang out with your friends outside of work because you'll get to see a different side of them, and you will get to just have more quality time with them that's not at work. Hang out with your roommates, hang out with your friends. And don't be afraid to go and meet people, because I met some people that I didn't think would become my best friends, and a month later, we were besties. We hung out all the time. Just give everyone a chance. And if they're not your vibe, they're not your vibe. But give them multiple, hang out with them at least 3 times before you say these aren't for me. Because that happened to me, and my best friends came out of work, and just talking to the person in front of you in line at check-in day, that's how I met my best friend Sabrina, and I'm so, so, so thankful that I talked to her that day, because we're besties now. I'm a very shy person, but there was just something in me that was like, if I'm gonna make friends here, I'm gonna have to talk. So I did, and that's how I met some of my best friends on the program. Number 16 is explore outside of Disney. I wish I would have done this more, but I didn't. I did have my car, but driving scares me. So that's kind of why. I did branch out. I went to Universal once. I went to the Chocolate Museum once. It was actually pretty cool. But other than that, I really stayed on Disney property, but I didn't mind. I had a blast. So it just depends. I'm sure, Orlando and Winter Garden, they're all fun areas, and I do wish I would have explored them more. But I was the only friend that had their car, and I just didn't feel comfortable going out and driving to those places, so that's why I didn't. But it is a very cool place to be, so I do recommend you go out and explore. Number 17 is sunscreen your friend. This is so true. Florida is the sunshine state. For a reason. It is very, very hot, and you will get sunburnt if you don't wear sunscreen. So lather up your sunscreen and wear it so you don't get burnt. Number 18 is save up for the 40% off discount. Yes. Regularly, cast member merchandise discount is 20%, which, cool, great. I loved it. But the holiday discount is 40% off merchandise, which, even better deal. You can buy so much stuff. So, yeah, I highly recommend saving your money, because they do that every year. This year, we got 50% off the whole month of August, which was a surprise that we didn't know about. So I just highly recommend, if there's something you want that's expensive and you feel like it's gonna be around, I suggest waiting and buying it when you have a discount, just so you can save your money even more and get some things that you genuinely want at a good price. Number 19 says, Etsy mini ears are super cute. They so are. You can probably tell I'm a big park mini ear gal, but the Etsy ones are super, super cute. There are so many Etsy shops that have such cute mini ears, and they're more comfortable than the ones at the parks. I have a few from Jen's Magical Designs that I will link down below. But yeah, support small businesses. Number 20 says, avoid Disney Springs on the weekend and after 5 p.m. on weekdays. This could not be more true. Disney Springs will get so packed so fast, and it's just not a fun place to be when there's people everywhere. If you go in the morning, if you can, when they open, no one's there. You can get like Gideon's cookies. Like, it's beautiful. I did make the mistake of going on the weekend at night a couple times. Wasn't it. So yeah, take that into consideration. Number 21 says go to the water parks. Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon are the 2 Disney water parks, and I went to Typhoon Lagoon a couple times. It was so fun. I highly suggest. Blizzard Beach was closed the entire time I was there, and that's the one that I really wanted to go to because it's a snow-themed water park. But yeah, go to the water parks. Number 22 says plan things to do between your arrival and Traditions Day. This is so true. So your arrival day will be like on a Monday, and Traditions won't be until Thursday. So you have nothing, you can't go to the parks unless you buy a ticket. But you can go, there's mini golf, you can go to Disney Springs, plan dinners, go resort hopping. Just make sure you have something to do those days so you're not just in your room stressed about your program starting. My mom stayed until that day, so me and her did some things. We went shopping, planned my room, went to Disney Springs. Just like make sure you have something to do during those days so you're not bored. Number 23, go to the beach as often as you can. I'm not a beach gal, but if you are, there are lots of beautiful beaches around Florida, and I suggest you go if that's something you're into. 24, take your own snacks to the parks. If you're going to be in the parks all day, take your own snacks so you don't spend all your money on Disney snacks, because you can take food into the parks. Number 25 is take water to the parks. Please take water to the parks. It is so hot. And when you take your own water, you don't have to spend $5 on a bottle of water. You can get free water at quick service restaurants, but if you take your own, you will never be thirsty. So I highly suggest that. Number 26 is get an autograph book. Characters, so fun to meet. I got an autograph book for 99¢ at Cast Connections, and I love it so much. You can have souvenirs from all the characters you met, or you can get cast members to sign it. Number 27 is network while you are there. If you are very interested in getting a corporate job at Disney or want to move higher up within the company, I highly suggest that you network with people, because that is how you're going to be able to move up within the company. Number 28, take the classes Disney offers. They did not bring back the classes part of the program yet, so I hope they will do that, because I really wanted to do that. I thought it would be so interesting to learn about like Disney history and how like Disney does things. So if they bring those back, I highly suggest you go. Number 29, do behind the scenes tours if they are offered to you. Please sign up for the tours. Most of them are at 5 a.m. It is the most amazing experience. I did one. I did oversleep before I could do my second one. They sell out in seconds on dorms. So please, if you get the opportunity to go to a backstage tour, please go. I did the Millennium Falcon. It is amazing. They show you all the ins and outs like of the ride, how it works. Beautiful. And you get to be in the park before anyone else. Number 30, budget your money. Yes, you don't make that much while you are on the program, so budget your money so you can have enough to pay your rent, pay your bills, and have a little fun while you're there. Number 31, blog your experience, even if it's just for you. I highly suggest this. Even if you don't post it anywhere, you can have those memories and experiences for yourself, and you can look back on your time when you lived there. 32, book fun dinner reservations. If you get the chance to book any cool reservations, do it. Disney has so many character dining, just fun experiences, and why not experience it while you're there? I went to Tiffin's when I was there. It was so fun. I loved it so much. I also did Ohana and a few others. Like, just if there's somewhere you want to eat, book the reservation. 33, this is something I wish I would have done more, is pick up shifts in other parks. I was afraid to do that, but I wish that I would have worked in all 4 parks. If you have a role where you are able to pick up shifts in other parks, I highly suggest you do so, just because every park is different on how it works. Number 34, remember to relax. This is a very good piece of information. You are going to be go the whole time you're there. and you're not going to want to sit in your apartment and do nothing because Disney's right outside. You can go to Universal, you can go explore Orlando, you can go to SeaWorld, you can go to Busch Gardens. You can do so many things. I was go all the time. I was at work and then would want to go do something after. My days off, I wanted to go to the pool, I wanted to go to the water parks, I wanted to go play mini golf, I wanted to go to the parks. I did spend a lot of time not in my apartment. But if you're tired and you don't want to go out, don't force yourself. Relax and take care of your body because it is a very, very exhilarating experience. But please take care of yourself. Number 35, unleash your Disney living self. Oh my gosh, please unleash your Disney living self. You're going to get to be working in the parks. You're going to get to be in the parks every day. If you are obsessed with Disney, let people know it. Number 36, make coffee at home. Absolutely. I did this a few times. There's a Starbucks right across the street from Flamingo Crossings, which is very, very dangerous. But you don't want to spend all your money on coffee. So yeah, I highly suggest getting a Keurig, buying iced coffee, to make it home. Number 37, pack your lunch for work. Yeah, I did this every day. I ate literally like a kindergartner, but I liked it. I had applesauce, Cheez-Its, and a peanut butter and jelly every single day. And I loved it. They have, because you need to eat while you're there. You're on your feet all day. You're sweating. You need to fuel your body. They do have options to buy food there, but that can get expensive. So just pack your lunch so you know that you're going to have food for the day. Number 38 is wear your company issued water bottle for work. Yes, they give you a water bottle, clips onto your side. It's hot, even if you work inside. If you work outside, please hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Number 39, have an idea of what you want to buy Disney merch-wise so you don't go overboard. Yeah, don't buy everything you see. Don't buy everything you think you want because you might not want it after you buy it. I've seen a multitude of people reselling things on Facebook because they impulse bought things. If it's something that you really want and you know that it's not going to sell out immediately, think about it before you buy it. Number 40, if you can bring a car, do it. I do highly suggest this. The bus system was fine. Like, it got you where you needed to go. You just had to plan your day around what time the bus was coming. And sometimes the bus was late, but if the bus is late, like, it's not your fault. You're not going to get in trouble at work. But I brought my car. I was on my schedule. I could leave whenever I wanted. I could go places whenever I wanted. And I highly suggest, if you're able to bring it. Number 41 says live in Disney housing if you can. I 100% agree with this. I think Flamingo Crossings is a great place to live. It's a gated community. I felt safe there. And the rent was honestly not that bad for what I got living there. Then you don't have to go on and try to find your own place to live, pay for your own utilities, worry about keeping your rent separate. They take the rent right out of your paycheck. And I just think living at Flamingo is easy. Number 42 says the Trader Joe's in Dr. Phillips is the best. I never went to Trader Joe's. I've never been to Dr. Phillips, but I'm sure it's great. Number 43 says if you're of age and drink around the world at Epcot. Yeah, this is something that I wish I would have done more of. I don't drink a lot, but I do enjoy drinking with friends, drinking around the world. I wish I would have done more of it, but I do highly suggest drinking around the world at Epcot. 44, if Club Cool is open at Epcot, try the sodas. They recently redid Club Cool and changed some of the sodas. The orange one, that was my favorite. It's so cool. It's free. You get to try sodas from all around the world. And if you take someone new, have them try the Beverly. Number 45 says Disney coffee mugs and sweatshirts are truly superior. I believe this 100%. Disney coffee mugs are the absolute best to drink out of because they are so whimsical and funny. If you get, like, some of them have, like, weird handles, and they just bring me so much joy. I love Disney coffee mugs. Disney sweatshirts, absolutely. I bought 2. I only bought 2 when I was there, but I have about 6 from Disney World. And I wear them constantly all the time. They are just so, so comfy and remind me of home. Number 46 says, do roommate gift exchanges. It's super fun. I did do a gift swap with my roommate. When I got there, she had a little gift for me on my bed. It was a Squishmallow, a tote bag, and a little card. And then I gave her a mug and a card as well. It's just really fun to have that as a memory of the first time you met them, and just to let them know that you're excited to live with them. Number 47. Watch the Disney fireworks as often as you can. Absolutely. I love watching the fireworks. I watch them a lot, like at least 3 times a week. Harmonious was my favorite. Like, watch them. They are beautiful, spectacular shows, and you just won't get tired of them, no matter how much you think you will. Number 48 says, talk to your coordinators and leaders. Yeah. Talk to them, get to know them. Don't be afraid of them. The coordinators, I've made friends with all of my coordinators. I love them so much. One of them I still talk to every single day. She had the same name as me, and that's kind of what started our friendship, but like, they are there to help you. The leaders can be a little more intimidating, but they are going to help you move up within the company. So just talk to them, get to know them, make sure they know you. And if you want to move up within the company, they're great for that. My leader, when I left, said, if you ever need me to look at your resume, or if you're ever applying for anywhere, like, I'll help you. And I was like, thank you. Like, thank you so much. They are there to help you, and make sure that your experience working for Disney is a good one. Number 49 is, cold opening is real and it's rough. Yeah. So that means you're closing and opening. Most of my shifts were 11 to 9, and our restaurant was open 11 to 9. But opening was more kitchen stuff. But I was there from when the restaurant opened to when the restaurant closed almost every single day. And you will get scheduled those shifts, and you may get a closing shift and then an opening shift the next day, and you're just gonna have to live with it. Number 50 is time truly flies. I cannot stress this enough. Those 6 months flew by so fast, and I was not ready for it to end. You make the most amazing memories. You make such good friends in such a short amount of time, and it's really hard to leave. So don't take any day for granted. Just say yes to things, because it's gonna come down when you're trying to put in so much hanging out within your last month there with people, and it's really hurts when you have to leave, but it's such an amazing experience. But time flies. So that's all of those 50 things. I would say most of them are really accurate and things you do need to know before you consider moving down to Florida to do the Disney College program. I do want to make a video about my experience on the DCP, so if you have any questions about that, please leave them down below. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts about quick service, food and beverage, and the DCP as a whole, and making videos on that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!